What a remarkable turnout on the beach in New Jersey.
It really is. You know, it was 2 weeks ago that we had Donald Trump here in Michigan. And I think including the people that did not get into the event, we had somewhere between 12 and 15,000 people in Saginaw. I thought, and I was there. It was a beautiful day. You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an awesome day and an awesome crowd. And then, you know, on Saturday, I'm going through the news clips and those types of things, and I see an article that says, hey, there's going to be 40,000 people in New Jersey.
I saw the same thing. 40,000. I'm thinking, man, that's a huge rally.
I am too. I put it on Truth Social. I said, wow, 40,000 people showing up for the president. And then afterwards, I see another clip. I was at a Lincoln Day dinner on Saturday night. I see a clip. 80 to 100,000 people showed up on the beach in New Jersey to see
anything
Trump.
I've ever seen. I mean, Pete, it's unlike anything I have ever seen. And look, he's got Wednesdays and weekends because of this show trial going on in Manhattan. He's got Wednesdays and weekends, and of course, Michael Cohen on the stand there today. Not too concerned about that quite yet. And he's making the most of the opportunity. Like you said, he was in Michigan, he was in Wisconsin, he goes to New Jersey, a deep blue state. Now, I don't think he can win New Jersey, or could he?
I'll tell you, I mean, you start reading the articles and you start seeing some of the polling, you know, over the last 2 to 3, 4 weeks. I mean, Joe Biden's numbers are absolutely collapsing. You know, he's not growing in strength anywhere. The riots on campuses are, you know, destroying his credibility. The performance of the professors, the leaders at these universities, just, you know, creating chaos. You know, the picture of chaos under the Biden administration. He shuts off. He goes to Congress and says, "We need this money right now for Israel, for Ukraine." And what? Now he says, "I think we're going to hold off on shipping these materials to Israel unless they do exactly what we want them to do, which is to pull out of."
I want to share
Gaza.
something here, Pete. Right. They want to dictate Joe Biden and, well, whoever's pulling the strings. I don't think Joe Biden wants to do much of anything except sit on the beach and eat ice cream. But the administration, under whoever's control, is trying to dictate to Israel how they will conduct the prosecution of a war against terrorists. Okay. I want to go back 10 years. I want to pull by 10 here. 10 years to 2014. Here's what Joe Biden said in 2014 on this very topic. Listen.
I apologize for repeating myself. I've spoken to you so many times, but were there not an Israel, the United States would have to invent one. The United States would have to invent an Israel. It's more than merely a moral obligation we have. It's a security necessity. It's for both Israel's sake and for the United States. The security of Israel and the United States is inextricably tied. And we will never, ever, ever abandon Israel out of our own self-interest.
Well, isn't that something, Pete? We'll never, ever, 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 ever abandon Israel out of our own. Come on. And that's what the policy should be. And yet here we are with this waffling and this terrible behavior and trying to dictate to Israel how to conduct a war. What are we doing? What are we doing, Pete?
Well, I think that's the exact question that people around the country are asking. Exactly what are we doing? You know, Tony Blinken was also lecturing the president yesterday, lecturing the Israelis yesterday in terms of saying, you must pull out of Gaza. You don't have a plan. And it's kind of like, Tony, do you have a plan? Does it kind of look like what you did in Afghanistan under the Biden administration? Does it look like what you're doing in Ukraine? Does it look like what you're doing with the Houthis? Lay it out clear. What is the strategy? I'll tell you, they are waffling. They're waffling all over the place, whether it's national security, Israel, Ukraine, economic strategy, inflation. We have absolutely no idea as the American people as to where this administration is going. Waffling on Israel. Now they come out. They've been hearing Donald Trump about, putting tariffs on Chinese cars. Wow, I think tomorrow or Wednesday, the speculation is that the Biden administration is now going to, talk about or put in place 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs.
That's right.
I may
currently,
think
there's a 25% tariff, just to make sure that people, 25% tariff currently. The administration is expected to raise it to 100% in order to make it more expensive to buy the product from China.